Welcome to River City Roundup. I'm Steve Tarter.
And I'm Gary Panetta.
And our guest, Dan Conlin,
yes.
owner of the Jukebox Comedy Club right here on Farmington Road. And Dan, you got a big show coming up.
Every week is big. So when you call it a big show, I'm like,
but this is a really big show.
Ed Sullivan said really big show.
I have such a personal affinity for every show. But Brett Erickson is this weekend, and he started here around 12 years ago. And he's a very humble man, and he wouldn't say this, but he's hilarious.
How about Extreme Home Makeover coming, huh? Wasn't that crazy? Was that wild? Coming to Pekin. Whoa! Whoa! You know, when a television program that remodels rundown housing comes to Pekin, the first question they obviously ask themselves is, where do we start? Holy crap!
So what time are the shows?
8 o'clock Thursday, 8 and 10:30 on Friday and Saturday. Today is odd day, you know. 6 times in the 21st century, there'll be a day with 3 consecutive odd numbers in a row. And today, everybody go out and act crazy. It's your excuse to act nuts and crazy. I don't know. Everything is weird. I just heard that on the radio this morning. I didn't know that today was an odd day, but 5, 7,
what's
9.
the oddest things that have happened?
When our opening act fell stepping onto the stage on Friday before the 8 o'clock show, fell down flat on his face. He weighs about 550 pounds. The audience thought he was playing around, joking around. He wasn't. He couldn't get up. He literally fell and couldn't get up. And it took 3 people to help him get up. And then he leaned against the back of the stage, performed the entire show with a blown out left knee. And then he couldn't perform the rest of the weekend. He went to the hospital between shows. And then he came back Saturday, tried to perform, and fell down before the show even started.
But did the audience catch on?
No, they didn't have any idea. I mean, Friday night.
So life is absurd.
Friday night, they thought he was joking, but then realized he wasn't. I had to make the announcement over the stage, you know.
So he gave pratfall a whole new
It was,
meaning.
I think he gave, it was like Andy Kaufman in the 70s. I think it was performance art.
You've heard literally hundreds of comics, both here and probably elsewhere.
Yeah.
Does that make you kind of a critic of comedy? I mean, is it hard to make you laugh, or do you laugh easily?
I don't think I laugh easily anymore. Although I laugh at silly things, and I still like a good fart joke. And
who doesn't?
You know, I mean, simple things make me laugh. I wanted to be a part of something that I thought would be fun every single weekend of my life, and it is. But it's also really stressful every single week of my life.
Why don't you tell us about some of the people you have on the wall here? That we just take a look at. These pictures.
Let's look at it. Let's look at some of them. This guy, I think, thought he was Chuck Norris. Bud Dingman. Check out the look of that guy. Here's another one. Here's probably the worst one. Let me move the stools because the stools are still up. Check out this guy. This guy looks like a. This guy looks like a sex offender or like a...
But is it like ball players? Do some of these guys have their moment in the sun and then they wind up doing something else? I mean, are some of these people now insurance salesmen?
Yes, I don't even know. Here's Lisa Lampanelli. She was here. Lisa, she was here 4 times, you know, and then she just got a little too big, you know.
That looks like David Crosby.
I was going to say, is that David Crosby?
Bruce Baum does look like David Crosby. Everybody recognized Brian Posehn. There's Robert Klein.
He's the one who looks like Kravitz.
Yeah, he does.
Brian.
Wait a minute. Who does? Who does?
Brian.
Which one looks?
Brian
Brian looks like the Kravitz guy. Who is it?
Andy Kravitz. Andy? He covers courts and.
No wonder. I don't read a lot of court stuff.
If you run into him, you're in trouble.
Take us on a tour of the theater a little bit. Show us around.
No thanks.
Okay, we won't go.
You buy a ticket.
Back in the 80s, it used to be an automotive shop back here. So over to the left, I remember when they first opened back in 1990, 91, over to the left here you could still see the garage door.
Dan, what's the situation with heckling? Do you have a problem with that?
No, I like it.
You encourage it?
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. If you pay good money to see and hear the comics, the last thing you want is to have somebody disrupting the show. I compare it to like
who thinks they're funnier than the guy on the stage?
Man, sometimes the audience member thinks they're helping.
So what's coming up?
I
mean, beyond The long term, not short term future.
Well, some great shows. Louis C.K., Dave Attell, Jeffrey Ross, Norm Macdonald, and others.
Dan Conlin, comedy is a business.
Yes. Probably the reason I don't date anymore, and I haven't had a vacation in 9 years, and I still have my family and a few friends, and my dog and my cat. So what else can I say?
And also this week, Star Trek is opening. You a big Star Trek fan?
Oh, yeah, I like Star Trek. I don't know if I'm a Trekkie, but I like Star Trek.
I don't think I'm really a Trekkie either, but this Star Trek has a lot of action, supposedly, a lot of dazzling visual spectacle, has a backstory with James Kirk, young hotshot running around the fields in Iowa. Spock is this, half human, half Vulcan, but the other Vulcans, they harass him. And at the Apollo, you've got some movies coming too.
Friday night, Young Mr. Lincoln, Henry Fonda. We thought we better get a Lincoln movie in there. It is the bicentennial. And then on Saturday, Gone with the Wind. Have you heard of that movie? Gone with the Wind?
I don't think so. See, I think it's a little bit before my time.
Clark Gable, yeah, and a whole bunch of other people. Of course, the Margaret Mitchell classic.
Right.
And we're going to just run it out there. We're going to have an intermission, and we're going to serve spotted cow ice cream during the intermission. Get people back in, see the movie, and you get home by midnight or something like that. It's a long movie.
Like that. Right, starts at 7 o'clock.
Both movies start at 7.
7 o'clock.
$5, $4.
Okay. And then finally, we have Gwar. You know what Gwar is?
What is Gwar?
I didn't know what Gwar is because I'm 45 and I'm clueless. So
it's a group?
It's a group. It stands for God, What an Awful Racket. They make an awful racket, or maybe a pleasing sound to some people. Basically, it's what you get when you get marketing people and art students from Virginia Commonwealth University together, and what you come up with are these people with like lizard demon things on their heads, and they scream, and they play the guitar, and there's fluid. There is blood, like blood, and there are other fluids, which we won't mention, that are flung all over the place.
Fluids.
And it's like, I looked on their website. You should check out their website. Severed hand, syringes, very dark.
What?
Very
this
dark.
Is a movie or it's a live performance?
This is a live performance. It's going to be 7:30, May 12th, East Peoria Event Center.
Are you going to this?
I may show up.
I want to read that review.
That's the bodily fluid stuff, right?
Well,
okay.
yeah.
Biggest thing that
And
to
we'll
do
let you-
this weekend is to get out and see the Star Trek premiere and not come here. Damn that movie.